Rangers, and welcome to Ranger Ruby YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be going over safety in the national parks, specifically relating to water hazards. Let's go ahead and dive right on in. One of the many recreational activities that you can enjoy inside many national parks is swimming. Now, most national parks don't have swimming pools, so when you go swimming in national parks, you are swimming in natural waters. Natural waters refers to streams, rivers, lakes, and oceans that occur naturally or are man-made. For example, lakes that are formed by rivers with dams. Another common name for it is open water. Some tips that are recommended for swimming in open or natural water is to find out where to swim specifically in national parks. You can find that out on the park specific website or in national park guides, to always wear a life jacket, and to designate a water watcher to supervise children or inexperienced swimmers or those who cannot swim, even when lifeguards aren't present in situations. This is important because it helps you take responsibility of the own people that you are with, and it also helps when there aren't lifeguards in situations. You should always have someone on shore who's watching at all times. Natural water is very different from swimming pools, and there are 5 common things that you need to watch out for when you are swimming in open or natural waters. The first thing is water currents, which can tire you out and sweep you away. Natural waters have water currents. Some are very easy to see. They are very visible moving water. Think about waves in the ocean and lakes, or white water in rivers. Other currents are difficult to see, not so visible. For example, rip currents in oceans or lakes, or river currents that look calm on the surface but are very fast moving underneath. Currents are difficult to swim in, even for experienced swimmers, so they can tire you out very easily and make it difficult to get back to shore. Currents can also move you downstream or further into the ocean very quickly at a rate that you are not comfortable with. What is suggested if you were caught into current is to not fight the current, to swim parallel to the shore, especially if it's a rip current, and to swim across a strong river current to reach the shore. No matter what you do, don't struggle. The more you struggle, the harder it is to get out of it. The second thing to watch out for is distance across water. It is greater and harder to achieve than it looks. You and your friend, you spot a cool rock formation across a lake or a river. Looks like a fun place to explore, and it's right there. You can just swim easily to it and check it out, right? Wrong. Distance across water can be very deceptive. Not only is the distance greater than it looks, but you will also have to swim against strong currents or even against waves in order to get there. Swimmers, even experienced ones, quickly become tired and are unable to swim back to shore. The likelihood of drowning increases, especially if you are not wearing a life jacket to help keep you afloat. It can take time for rescuers to arrive there, especially if you didn't tell anyone you were going. So when recreating in rivers or in lakes, stay close to shore. Don't swim to rock formations in the middle of water or on the opposite shore, and always, always, always wear a life jacket. The third thing to watch out for is water temperature. It can shock your body and make swimming very difficult. It's a hot summer day, you're hiking, you've done work for hours, and you see a lake or an ocean or a river to jump into and cool off. You jump in and shock, your body instantly starts to shiver and you begin to gasp. The water is very cold. Many natural bodies of water in parks can be colder than 80 degrees Fahrenheit, even in the summertime and in the sun. Some stay below 50 degrees, even in the middle of July. You might be saying, isn't 80 degrees not very warm? When applied to air temperature, yes, it is very warm, but your body does not experience water temperature the way it experiences air temperature. You can feel the effects of cold water starting at just 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Swimming in water colder than 70 degrees Fahrenheit lowers your body temperature and even can lead you to cold shock. Cold shock makes it difficult for you to breathe and thus difficult to swim. Cold water can even lead to drowning if rescue does not happen immediately. So if you decide to recreate in cold water, be sure to check water temperatures before entering the water. Always wear a life jacket, as usual. Wear a wetsuit or a dry suit, depending on what activity you'll be participating in, and limit your time in the water. Make sure to keep an eye on the watch. The fourth thing to watch out for is water depth. It can change very suddenly to above chin level. Natural bodies of water don't have gradual changes in depth like you might find in swimming pools. Even uneven bottoms, low tides, shelves, ledges, or holes can suddenly increase the depth and leave you unable to touch the bottom. Water depths above chin level are dangerous, especially for inexperienced or non-swimmers who are unable to keep their head above water or be able to swim back to shore. So when recreating in a natural body of water, find out where to swim specifically specifically on the national park specific website, or ask a ranger when you arrive at the park. Always, 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 always wear a life jacket, and designate a water watcher to supervise children, inexperienced swimmers, or those who cannot swim even in lifeguarded areas. And the fifth major water hazard to watch out for is underwater water hazards that can trap you and keep you from swimming safely back to shore. When it comes to natural waters, most of the time you cannot see below the surface of the water because the water isn't clear. Fallen trees, plants such as grasses, or large rocks can often be found at the bottom. You can become entangled and entrapped in these underwater hazards and unable to swim back to shore. Natural waters also can have unexpected shallow areas caused by sandbars, trees, and rocks. Diving or jumping in the water in those areas can result in serious injuries. So when you are recreating in a natural body of water, be sure to find out where you can swim by either looking at the park's official website or asking a ranger, and of course, always wearing a life jacket. If you've gone this entire video and you take nothing away but these two things, it's to A, make sure you check where you swim before you swim in it. This can save you so much a hassle with all of these water hazards. And the second thing is, just wear a life jacket. It's really not that difficult, and it can seriously save you from a lot of trouble. Well, everybody, that's the end in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up and comment down below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure to click that red subscribe button and the little bell next to it to always know to post new videos. Thank you so much for watching again, and I shall see you next video. Bye!